it is structures and support they need, absolutely. But let's look at really what the root causes of what's really happening here from that perspective. Because there are folks that are just like, they'll just like, I'm the boulder and I will carry it through. And those that just shut down and are just like frustrated around this whole thing and don't really know who to kind of get that additional support from.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is where, we see the often talked about, sort of middle of the sandwich piece with the manager being that sort of filling in the sandwich. But it's also a bit like the spread that gets put in the sandwich that's being spread out as thin as it can go on some of these things. And
Absolutely.
we really need to be thinking about, what can we do? And, and this is part of why we're talking now, is to share some of that insight as well in terms of, what can be done to help these individuals actually thrive and
Yeah,
develop and find the opportunities. What can we do for
absolutely.
that stuff?
Yeah, because I love the sandwich analogy that you just created because you're exactly right. Because they've got the pressures from above saying
Yeah,
strategic performance, let's do this. And then they've got the pressures coming from below with their direct reports.
yeah.
I need
And
help,
suddenly,
support,
yeah,
coaching.
help.
And so, absolutely. So, I guess going to your point too, in terms of support, what kind of support?
Yeah, yeah. And I think this is where, we've got a range of support things that can be helpful to these managers. But, first and foremost, it starts with leadership in the organization. And wherever they may be working, they have to have clarity from that senior leadership of what the strategic priorities are. What's the expectation? We talk about asking them to constantly prioritize, but if they're not given a lead from leadership in where to prioritize, then they are just, constantly moving the same pieces around I want to use the word chessboard, but maybe it's more of a checkers board than chessboard sometimes with everything there.